I had the opportunity to go to the Museum of the Palace of Fine Arts, or in Spanish, Museo del Palacio de Bellas Artes, inaugurated on November 29, 1934. It was the first art museum in Mexico to exhibit artistic objects for contemplation. It permanently exhibits 70 mural works by 7 national artists created between 1928 and 1963, among them works by Diego Rivera and José Clemente Orozco. It also has a large opera and concert hall. The building is identified as Art Deco and Art Nouveau. It is my second time that I visit the Palace of Fine Arts, and the trip was with the Contemporary Art and Culture class group, where we went to the exhibition Rojo Mexicano, the Great Cochineal in Art. Many times we see the works, but we don't ask ourselves what did the artist needs to do to create their paintings and how they obtain the colors from the plants and minerals. Throughout the exhibition, we saw the material history of art through the color red, and how a color that was born in Mexico and that reaches all parts of the world being used in topics such as religion, power, wealth, and now fully industrialized. In the exhibition, we saw how artists began mixing the red cochineal color with religion and power. One of the paintings is with the picture of the Virgin of Guadalupe by Cristobal de Villalpando, where we find the secret or message for Spaniards and indigents. All the elements have an explanation, but we're going to focus on the colors, how they help the message strength. For example, the virgins always were seen with the red and blue colors, reflecting their mortality, celestiality, and innocence. The red cochineal is in the dressing gown, with the flower and 4 petals known as the Nahui Olim, that reflects the divinity and that she is the mother of God. Now, let's talk about the color purple and how it happened to replace the red as the color of nobility and royalty. This context helps us to relate the religious with the civil and how between artists began to pass their techniques and color combinations to other artists. In this painting, we can see the portrait of Prince Charles Louis, who liked to dress a lot of red cochineal color, and an extra fact is that only Prince could use armor, because it's another power meaning. In this painting, the body posture is important, and how the eyes are looking at you in the front. The cochineal price began to fall in the Second Industrial Revolution, and royalty began to leave the red cochineal as a representation of power, changing it as a lusty color. In Van Gogh's bedroom in Earls by Vincent van Gogh, the red cochineal color is found on walls and doors as a violet color. Pigment is very fragile and photosensitive, causing the loss of color in the painting, as well as Madame Leonore Capuçon's painting by Pierre-Auguste Renoir as part of Impressionism and Post-Impressionism with quick brush strokes. Finally, I like that we could see how the red cochineal color is being used in both Mexican and international products, such as food, makeup, and alcohol products, and how you could find the color number as E120. For reflection, I love to know the whole process of extracting a color from an insect. It is amazing how all the creative process that artists had to do to prepare their materials and how they combine the colors they needed to project the feelings or the reality of the projects. It is incredible, and how colors are so sensitive that time simply makes them a memory or leave us to the imagination. In addition to knowing how a color influences both the issues of power and art to express the same, but how even today this color becomes so industrialized that we don't know that in many products this red cochineal appears. It hurts that the first producer had passed to Peru. About the trip, I am grateful because I knew the interior and history of the Gran Hotel de Mexico that I had only seen outside during my previous visits to Mexico. I was fascinated with the Art Nouveau that takes you in the 90s decade.